Well, from the Library Makerspace in North Las Vegas, welcome to Library Makerspace Podcast. I'm Dr. Rico alongside Jerry Rice and Eason Drayton. This podcast discusses everything and anything library and much more. We have a full slate today. Jerry and Eason, what's happening on the program?
We have a visit from our social studies teacher, UNR,
Adjunct?
Adjunct professor, longtime We the People advisor, and the voice of Canyon Springs football, Dr. Grillo.
Nice to be here, guys.
It's good having you.
Yes, indeed. Jerry, what else?
And today, Easton will be doing the Library News Minute segment, so stay tuned.
All right, lot to cover, so let's get stuck in it. Again, welcome, Dr. Grillo. It's been a long time coming. We're honored to have you. You're a legend, a staple, positive role model here. I can't say enough things about you.
Well,
and a good friend.
I thank you for the kind words. I just enjoy what I'm doing, and I'm glad I'm here.
Well, we're going to start out with the Library News Minute, which might be the Library News Minutes. Sorry. But, Eason, take it away.
All right, give me some time here. Okay. So first of all, please stop by and check out our ACT Prep collection on display. These materials are not just on display and available for Patreons to check out. This collection complements a new initiative created by Mr. Canfield, ACT All-Stars Journey to 36, an after-school ACT prep program coming in a few weeks. Stop by the library for more information. Our latest community puzzle is up and running. Students are feverishly working on it during lunch periods in the Makerspace. Some other big news out of the Makerspace, it's the addition of the Community Lego Project, a model of the Singapore skyline, allowing students to explore architecture and engineering while fostering creativity and teamwork. This hands-on project enhances their understanding of cultural heritage and develops essential skills in problem solving and collaboration. Please be sure to check out our Instagram page at CSHS Pioneers Library, and please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, we are happy to report that the Language Exchange Club is official with Dr. Rico as an advisor. They will meet every second and fourth Tuesday of the month in the library. Come to learn and or teach any language from basic greeting to frequently used vocabulary to conversations. All levels welcome. Our motto, language exchange opens doors around the world. This is our Library News Minute, or minutes.
Great job.
Thank you.
All right, well, we're in the second quarter here, 2-3 weeks in already? Mm-hmm. How's it going? It's your last second quarters of your lives as students.
Well, to be honest, it's a little bit sluggish. I'm more focused on college, but, of course, classes are important. I still have to maintain those grades and the GPA so I can get to college and I can get those scholarships. Mm-hmm. But a little bit sluggish, but, we'll find our feet here and we'll take off running.
Well, Dr. Grillo's a teacher to both of you. Absolutely. Can we get a progress report?
They're both doing fine. It's my privilege to have them. They're focused. They're pleasant to be with. They're respectful. They're great kids.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're a great teacher.
You're kind.
You're a fun teacher, too.
Sometimes.
So why not start off by introducing yourselves? Just tell us a little bit about yourselves and who you are.
Okay. I'm Lou Grillo. I was born in Brooklyn, New York, way back in the dark ages, 1950. I always tell the kids that. Just growing up in a traditional New York City, Brooklyn type neighborhood, it was almost all Italian and Jewish.
Bensonhurst?
Sheepshead Bay.
Sheepshead.
Yeah, right. I went to Abraham Lincoln High School on Ocean Parkway, which is a well-known school in Brooklyn. I went to St. John's University in New York City. I graduated from there in 1973. I had, just to further along in the direction I think we're going to go is how did I get into teaching? Right? And actually my mom was kind of a big influence. My mother was extremely high up in the New York City Board of Education. She was administrative assistant to the number one person in the Board of Ed, and they had over 1 million students. Right? So when I went to St. John's University, and the first 2 years, you take all the the classes you have to take, that no matter what you're going to do. And in between, the summer between your sophomore and junior years, you got to make a decision. I had no clue what to pick. I mean, a lot of my friends were going into business and this and that, and that didn't really do anything for me. I didn't know what to do. I chose education only because you had to pick something.
Right.
And my mother wasn't pushing me or, to go into education, but her influence had something to do with it, I'm sure. So I'm just thrilled the way it turned out for me. I mean, I taught in New York City for 5.5 years. I taught government mostly. I taught all different social studies.
How was that? How was that experience teaching in New York City compared to Las Vegas?
Different. The kids are kids. New York City, of course, the classes were a little bit more crowded. The Board of Education is different from CCSD. There are certain things that I liked better what New York did, and certain things I like better what CCSD does, right? But teaching is teaching, and I think that when you make a decision what you want to do something more than just the money. And one great thing about teaching is hopefully you're speaking into kids' lives, and hopefully you're speaking positively and changing them. I mean, I wouldn't want to do something where I'm just coming just for the money. It's not fulfilling, right? So actually, this is going to stun a lot of people. I came to Las Vegas in 1980. I gave up teaching in Brooklyn, and this is going to stun a lot of people because it's not who I am now. I came out here to be a professional gambler.
Wow.
That's why
Exclusive.
That's why I moved out here.
This is the place to do that.
That's
Right.
crazy.
Right. Well, okay. I need to be. I got to be me, right?
Right.
Okay. Right. So I moved out here in 1980 to become a professional gambler, and I became a Christian, right? And I started reading the Bible, and gambling wasn't really what I wanted to do. So I haven't gambled a penny since '84, right? But that is what got me to make the move from Brooklyn to Las Vegas, right? And then I did some strange other things, and then I had friends from where the church I was going. They said, like, why don't you have your school from New York send out your transcripts and apply to CCSD? And it was like so obvious, but it was like sometimes you can't see the forest because of the trees, right? So I did that, and I got hired in '85, actually. And actually, I didn't. It was a job. It was a position, so I thank God for that. It paid the bills, but it was in math. And I wasn't crazy over math. I had a minor in math and a major in social studies. And I did teach math at the middle grade level. And to me, it's still kids, and you're still helping kids. But it wasn't really where I felt the most fulfilled, right? And I had a chance to transfer to a high school, and I did that, right? So I've been teaching high school. Wow, I got about 27, 28 years in Clark County teaching high school. I taught at Western for 10 years, and then I left Western to retire in 2001 to go full-time with our church as an associate pastor. And I did do that until 2005. In 2005, I wanted to come back, and it's just the way it worked out. My last principal at Western High School was the principal at Canyon. And I was subbing here. He asked me to do him a favor, and I was subbing for a teacher who actually, an algebra teacher who was, to go into the details, was putting up Christmas decorations on his house and fell and hurt himself. And the principal got in touch with me and says, can you be a long-term sub? So that's how I got to Canyon. I was a long-term sub in math. And then one day, people to people, there's an announcement over the loudspeaker. I was Mr. Grillo back then, not Dr. Grillo. Mr. Grillo, please report to the principal's office. And like, did I do something wrong? Right. So I went down there, and it was Mr. Ronan Matthew. And he said to me, well, Mr. Grillo, today's your lucky day. He says, when the CCSD gave us enough positions for teachers, they shortchanged us 2 teachers. And we need 2 teachers, and you're one of them. And to be real with everybody who's listening, He said lucky. In my mind, I said blessed, right? And they were going to put me in math. And it's okay, right? But that was when No Child Left Behind was in progress, and you had to have a major in math, science, English, or social studies in order to teach any of the 4 core subjects. You had to be what's called highly qualified in those subjects, right? And I was concerned because they were hiring me for math, and I said okay, but I realized I didn't know how long this position was going to be, because I wasn't highly qualified in math. I was highly qualified in social studies. So I did go down to the school district. I went through the whole procedure and be fingerprinted and everything you got to do, right? And I just said to the Lord, okay, whatever happens here happens. And the assistant principal, who now was a great guy, I'm about to teach math, comes in the second day. Second day I'm on campus, right? And he was calling me Lou. He goes, Lou. He goes, Lou, forget the math. Okay. And I didn't say anything to him, right? He says, forget the math. You're not doing math. He said, okay. He says, the AP government teacher who we hired just left us. We need an AP government teacher. You're doing government. And that happened the second day, right? And so I've been teaching government and AP government here ever since.
That's what you wanted anyhow.
That's what I wanted, right? And it's been great for me. I brought in a kind of way, I helped build the We the People program. Actually, We the People was here in a little bit when I got here, but then they let it expire. Mm-hmm. And I had done We the People at Canyon for 4 years. And I ran into the person, she was speaking as a guest speaker here, who was in charge of We the People for the state. And she says, you're a We the People. She says, you need to do We the People. And I said, okay. So I took the training up in northern Nevada, and I started the We the People program here in 2007, at the 2006-2007 school year. And we made state, which I was stunned.
Your first year?
This first year we made state. We were not, by state standards, we were weak, but we did make state, and which I thought was an achievement. And we've made state every year since 2010, right? So, and that's our aspiration to do it this year. And I love the program. I love doing something that I could set people up for success, right? In 2009, I took over the Bible club because the teacher who had the Bible club was leaving. He just asked me to take the Bible club. I've had the Bible club since 2009. So basically,
I apologize. We need to take a break real quick, I believe.
break time.
Break time.